and looking at cities across the country, my observation is that a city needs political, artistic, and business leadership all at the same time to converge to make inroads. I find that large theaters can't be given the total responsibility to sustain the artistic fiber of any given city. Mid-sized and small theaters must be supported too, so that actors, directors, stage managers can move to a city like Atlanta, Minneapolis, Seattle, Milwaukee, Detroit, and be employed by a number of theaters, thereby enabling them to make a decent yearly salary with the institution sharing the cost. And as we grow these regional pockets around the country, we would have distinct and varied voices of artists confronting life through their art, asking difficult questions of their communities, and providing nurture and the healing of spirits. There's only one New York, one LA, but all lives are of value. And strengthening and sustaining art across the country moves our thinking forward and elevates the intellect of our people and diminishes the pervasive intolerance of difference and the fear among us. Another observation. I've been on many university and college campuses lately. There is a disconnect between the academic world of the arts and the professional world. The truth is the truth, and we should teach the truth. I personally would encourage us to support academic professional partnerships in any way that we can. We can't leave this responsibility to the academic world, nor can we leave it to the professional world. It's a partnership. It's also occurred to me that the exposure to the arts when advancing other degrees, for instance, develops better, more creative, dynamic lawyers, mayors, bankers, accountants. America needs that creativity. There is a real place for the artists in our country, and it doesn't center around what's the economic impact of the arts. I know many of you have extremely difficult choices to make in your day jobs. What to support, whom to reward these grants to. Of course you don't have enough resources to do what you want to do, especially now. You can't do it all, but let's not let that paralyze us. Either way you look at it, you are our angels, and we are all soldiers in the same army. And though I am an artist, let me say to you as a fellow soldier, do one thing at a time. Give to one artist at a time. But really believe in that artist or that institution. Your time, your energy, your oversight validates the seriousness of what we do. It justifies our place in the greater American fabric. Let's get our hearts in the right place. Some of us are gifted as artists, actors, filmmakers, directors, stagehands, stitchers, carpenters, and then some of us have the gift of intellect, or the gift to conversate, or the gift to persuade, or the gift to manage, or the gift to create. What I'm saying is, we all have a corner of the blanket to sew, but it will not get made properly without the contribution of all of us. The arts are vital. I cannot live without them. Sustaining the arts and artists is a must. Stimulating the creative imagination is at the center of the American engine, and you are the oil. And as we approach November 4th, we must collectively know this and not be afraid to articulate it. A filmmaker is just as important to protecting that creative imagination as a community theater actor, or equally as important as that teacher who teaches one to play the violin, or that Sunday school teacher who helps a 5-year-old to act in a play on Sunday morning. Hey, I'm doing an opera and another film next year and an international musical, a Broadway stage play and an original story created by the women of New Orleans about the impact of Hurricane Katrina. And all of these efforts are equally important. Trying to reach the people through creative storytelling is what strengthens our connectedness to one another. Before we entered the world, our mothers sang to us in the womb and told us little stories. And those stories gave us comfort, and her songs made the introduction into the unknown world a little less frightening. the telling of stories, the singing of songs, the freedom to imagine are God's greatest gift to life. So to all of you, I say, what you do is very important, as it is your life's work. The arts maintain and sustain any civilized society. Live lives worthy of your grandmother's memory. So live that when thy summons comes to join the innumerable caravan which moves to that mysterious realm where each shall take his chamber in a silent pause of death, thou go not like a quarry slave at night, soothed to his dungeon, but sustained and soothed by an unfaltering trust, approach thy grave like one that wraps the drapery of his coif about him and lies down to pleasant dreams. And oh yeah, remember and know that the economic impact of the arts on society is huge. But the societal, emotional, spiritual, historical, and cultural impact is priceless. Our new president alone can't save us or the world, but whomever sits in the head chair at the table must have a vision of who's sitting around the table. I don't know about you, but I want a president who realizes that we are a country of many, and even he is only one of many. Who's pulled up to his table? How about compassionate people from a variety of races and cultures? How about creative thinkers with a multiplicity of perspectives and points of view? At the table are our brightest economists and environmentalists. At the table are military minds with a heart for preserving the world. Education is at the table in a big way. And yes, there must be a place for art at the table. We have earned our place at the table. So let's say the grace and begin the meal. Thank you. I hope I make my flight. May you have a very productive conference.